had to make my own fixes for. Like, it's not even really considered fixed, I guess. But, alright. Here we go. Destiny. Road to stuff and doing things. Oh, now my whole computer is just lagging from this stream up. This is not good. No. Maybe it's just my mouse. Maybe my mouse is dead. Nope, I think my whole stream is just gonna lag now. Oh, not my whole, yeah, my whole stream is just gonna lag. Alright. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm gonna close the stream. Alright, there we go. I'm back. I was here the whole time, but I'm back. But I really want to stream Nuzlocke and other Pokemon games. The ones I want to do is obviously Alpha Sapphire and maybe X. But I don't have a 3DS capture. It's a decent amount of money. I don't have that kind of money. And I probably will maybe on some of the older Pokemon games, but those won't get a lot of views because no, everyone's just like, eh. And plus now Emerald and Sapphire and Ruby, people who'd want to watch that just go watch Sapphire and Ruby. What if they made a new Emerald game? Alright. My phone seems like the stream's lagging now, but I think that was mostly just because I had the stream on my computer for a second. Here we are. This is the map that I've done the best on. Like the best games I've had are on this map. But I'm gonna get sniped now. I saw that coming. I didn't really have a chance. Shouldn't have had a assault rifle out. But I was just like, hey, maybe I can die faster. I don't know. Is tomorrow Wednesday? Is it really Wednesday tomorrow? Wednesday. Pump day. But it's just, I don't know. I wish it was Thursday. Thursday just makes me feel like just this day and then Friday and then it's over. Just kidding. But, I'm going to be happy during winter break. Have that 2 weeks off. And actually just relax. But you know what? I can't talk about relaxing because you guys want me to be honest, but oh, damn, I just murdered Delta Emerald. That'd be an interesting name. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna focus more on the game because I was thinking about something. Came horse again because I forgot what I was saying. Oh, talking about winter break, I think. Talking about, oh yes, breaks, because actually recently I've had so many breaks. I mean, a while ago I really kind of just, I don't know why, it's 8th grade, but I was just so bored and so annoyed by school, and so I really wanted to break. So it was like September and I decided to go to online school. Now let me be honest, online school was easy for me and I literally was doing nothing, like no work, was being done. It was just such an easy thing, and it really was making me just a slob because online I could just do it anywhere, but I was mostly at home. And really, can I not jump up here? Can you not do this? Anyways, okay, who's everyone everywhere. But I was always at home, and it was so easy, and it was like basically 2 months of just relaxing, nothing I had to really do. And then when I was moving to Ohio, I had a week or two where I was just doing nothing. And then 3 weeks into getting into my actual new public school in Ohio, I got sick and I had 3 days off. So I mean, I really have had a lot of time off in the past couple months. I know I'm only in 8th grade. I don't know, I got tired and I was just like, this is just so much every day. And then I was like, I just need a break. And I mean, yeah, but I should technically be a sophomore right now. I guess I shouldn't be. But I could be a sophomore, and by that I mean kindergarten and 1st grade. Yeah, I know. My parents, or no, not my parents. School's like, you can skip. Tell my parents you can skip both of these grades and go to 2nd. And actually, it was like you can skip kindergarten, and then when I got to 1st later, then that's when they're just like you can skip 1st also. But then each time my parents said no. And now that I think about it, it was a bad and a good decision. I mean, it was good because I could stay and. You know, probably just, I guess it's way better, and it's a really good and bad thing in all ways. I mean, I'm ahead of everything in kindergarten and first grade, and it was really, really easy. Even more easier than kindergarten and first grade is. But at the same time, I'm kind of behind. Like, I'm just sitting there doing stuff for 2 years I don't really need to do. But then at the same time, being in 8th grade, I'm kind of lazy. Like, everything I do, I'm really lazy. And I still make it by with A's and B's and sometimes C's because I don't know, I get lazy. So if I was a sophomore, then I would have to be way less lazy, and I wouldn't have as much time because I'd have way more things to do. So I guess it's good that I can go at my own pace. And then it'd also be kind of awkward being 13 and being a sophomore, and then being like 15 when everyone's like 17, 18 for senior, and then everyone can drive, and then I'll be like, oh, what? I'm 12. I don't know. That's just how it'd be. So there's just pros and cons, but it is what it is now. And then nowadays I'm not asked to skip because not everybody, but all those people who are asked to skip have like a 90, 100 million IQ. And then, yeah, I think in kindergarten they asked me to skip mostly because the only thing we ever did was just every day do some coloring, do some cutting of the paper and the scissors and the glue, and then have some fun, read some stories. But we would count 1 to 100 every day, and we'd have to write it down in these boxes, and every day I'd get done in like less than a minute, and write that fast. I think that fast, and always get them right. And that's like the only thing we ever did like that was really, really academic. So the fact that I could do that the best, they're just like, yeah, you probably should skip because there's no reason you should be here. Actually, you want me to be honest, preschool was actually the best preschool. It was so much fun, but I actually learned more than kindergarten, or learned more in preschool than I did in kindergarten and like half of first grade. And I probably would be really, really dumb, or way more dumb than I am now if I didn't go to that preschool. And the guy the teacher at the preschool, he worked at Walmart and he gave me free goldfish. So I mean, that was definitely the best thing about that preschool. I'm just kidding, but probably the second best. Anyways, I had a goldfish that lived for 5 years. You know, goldfish, they always die so fast. But it was actually the first goldfish I got too, which is awesome. Then after that, my goldfish lived for like a month. But I mean, I was what, 6, 5. It was like around the time I got my dog. So I guess, yeah, 6 or 5. And then I was at preschool, and my teacher's just like working at Walmart. And I went to Walmart, and he was there, and we're like, hey, and he worked near the fish section, so he said he'd give us a free goldfish. They're like 79 cents anyways, so I mean, come on, give us that discount though. And so we got the goldfish, and I named it Fred. I think I named it Fred after Fred on and you somehow get a triple. Okay. But I think I named it Fred after Fred on Scooby-Doo. I don't know why, because, you know, usually Scooby and Shaggy are your favorite characters. And Fred actually wasn't even my favorite character, but I just decided, you know, this goldfish is going to be named Fred. Hey, who's killing me? I'm telling a story about my Fred goldfish. So my parents were just like, yeah, it's free, it's okay, but they didn't really like the idea because goldfish are just kind of a hassle. Because you have to do... Well, at first they're a hassle because they don't live that long, and you have to get a bowl and get everything ready for them. And they're not that hard to take care of, but I mean, for something that's going to die really soon, it kind of is. And it's kind of sad that goldfish die really soon sometimes. But yeah, that's kind of the truth. So they're just like, okay, we'll take this free fish from you. But they're just like, don't be sad if it dies kind of soon. I was kind of young, but it was the truth. So I was like, okay, I won't. And I probably would have, but, you know, a week later, still not dead. So like, that's pretty cool. 2 weeks later, not dead, and then months and months went by, and then it's not dead, so, I mean, they're just kind of surprised by that already. And then around when it was 2, gotta kill this person first before I go on, I don't know why, I'm just kidding. But around when it was 2, my mom dropped it in hot water on accident, and I was like, it started to have like a seizure, started to flop, and I thought that was the end. It was already old for its age, and I was like, this is just the end. And then it lived on for 2 more years after that. And it was just an awesome goldfish. My mom actually grew to the goldfish because she's always a morning person. I don't know why, but she wakes up at like 5 a.m. every morning. But she goes to bed pretty early, like 8:30, 9 every day. I don't know. But anyways, so she'd wake up and feed that goldfish and all that every day. So she kind of grown to it. But then one day it was like 4.5, and I was like 8.5 or something. It was like, I was 8.5 or 9. It was with us for so long. It was actually kind of crazy. And I woke up one morning, And I didn't even get to say goodbye because she just like put it in the toilet or whatever, and it was dead. I wasn't that sad then, actually, because I don't know, maybe I was just too stupid and young to be sad. And I was like, oh, okay, it's dead. I did care for it, and I was sad. I just wasn't that sad. I was like, yeah, whatever. It's a goldfish. Let's get that triple though. Yeah, let's go. Triple down, and I gutted. But that's I mean, that was awesome. Lived for 4 years. It's crazy that it did. So that was pretty cool. After that, I think I did get a few more goldfish just so I can be like, yeah, goldfish, got them. But then they would all die like 3 days after, and then it was kind of sad. So that was the end of the goldfish, and it was pretty cool. And then after a couple years later, by that time we still, like when I was 5, we got my dog. So my dog was still there, which I still have now, which is a dog sitting by me now. But anyways, and then a couple years later, like 2 years ago, I started getting hamsters, and so I got a hamster, and I was, you know, we all go in those phases where we want certain animals, so that I wanted a hamster. Caught a hamster. I named it Richard Parker after the movie Life of Pi, or I think that was a movie, whatever it's called, with the lion, and the lion was named Richard Parker, and I named my hamster Richard Parker. And then a few weeks after we got it, it escaped out of the cage, and my dog ate it. He didn't really eat it, he just bit it down, I guess, to kill it enough. And then I guess he figured out this isn't really good, and so he left it there. And just, it wasn't even bloody or anything, and just, I guess he bit it just hard enough to kill it. Barely, though. And it was kind of sad. And then I got a hamster, and I think this is actually way more sad than the hamster that got bit down on. But I had another hamster named Rachel, and after that, I don't know why Rachel, but I guess she was a girl, so instead of Richard, we named her Rachel. And when we were moving, we had nowhere to put her. She smelled. It was just kind of a hassle when we were moving. We had no way to move her either way anyways. We weren't going to kill her or anything, but we had no way. So we were thinking about what to do. And she was always in the garage. Now, when I lived in Arizona, it was like 90 or 100 the days we were moving. And one day we put her in the garage, and I guess she was just too hot, and we came out there, and she was dead. I mean, we, I guess, suffocated and just overheated her on accident. But either way, that to me is just way, I mean, it's just way more sad than a dog death. Not as scary, probably. I mean, it's probably more, more gruesome, kind of, but it's not as scary. I don't know. But after that, I just decided not to get another hamster because they died in ways like goldfish. They just, you wake up one morning and they're just upside down. It's like, oh, that's sad. But then hamsters, they just like, they live for an okay amount of time. But then, you know, that one was just overheated and then died. And then just got suffocated, and then the other one just got bit. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with hamsters. And my parents were like, yay, finally. And because they knew that was kind of how it was going to go. Not because they knew it was going to die, but because it was just kind of a smelly animal. So there you go. If you want to go get a hamster, just, you can deal with it. And I think that's probably the only bad thing about getting a dog. I mean, yeah, sometimes you get dogs and they'll chew through your furniture and, I mean, poop in your house and do whatever at first. But I mean, the worst thing about getting a dog is if you keep it for a lot of years. I've had my dog since I was 5. Now I'm 13, and he's not going to die, hopefully, anytime soon. He's 9, so a lot of dogs live till at least 15. So, you know, maybe 6 more years, hopefully, at least minimum. And that's just, to me, just imagining it is just so sad. And I mean, when a hamster died after 1 or 2 years, you know, you cry. Or when a goldfish after like 4.5, you cry. But I mean, a dog after 15, it's just gonna be pretty hard for me. So I don't know. That'll be something I'll have to deal with when that comes. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Just gonna have to, because I mean, I don't know if you guys believe in heaven, but even people who believe in heaven, I don't think dogs actually do go to heaven. I mean, I believe in heaven. My parents do. We're Christians, but I don't think dogs do go to heaven actually. So then, either way, even if heaven wasn't real, they just kind of die. And then that's why I think, I know I'm gonna end the episode soon on YouTube, but I mean, I think that's why people are more sad when dogs die on movies and stuff than humans do. Because when dogs die in real life, I mean, dogs are just creatures who just want to have fun and just be relaxed and be with their family, and they really don't have any they don't have any say in stuff. They're just dogs. They don't know a lot, and so when they die, I think they just they didn't really want much. So and then like the sound they make when they die, I don't know. I don't want to be more depressed or depress all of you, but that's just kind of how it is. Anyways, so for the people on YouTube, this is the end of the video, And I hope you guys enjoyed, even though it probably depressed you with all the stuff at the end. But yeah, so that's it for that episode. Because if you guys don't know, on stream I'm splitting this all up into YouTube videos. So yeah, alright, let's play more Clash. And sorry Cassie, let me read what you said.